Section 1. A stable harbor in the crypto sea. A stablecoin is a special kind of digital money. It exists on a blockchain, Bitcoin Ether. However, it has one very important difference. It is designed to keep a steady value. For most stablecoins, this means trying to stay equal to $1. Think of it as a digital dollar. This core feature sets it apart from the wild price swings often seen in the broader cryptocurrency market. It aims to be a point of calm in a frequently turbulent digital ocean. This stability is not an accident. It is the entire purpose of its creation. Why would someone want or need such a thing in the world of crypto? The answer is quite simple. The prices of many cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin can change dramatically in a very short time. This volatility makes them difficult to use for everyday transactions. Imagine buying a coffee and the price in crypto changes between the time you order and the time you pay. This makes it challenging for merchants and consumers alike. Traders and businesses operating in the digital asset space need a reliable unit of account, a stable store of value to anchor their activities. Stablecoins provide this crucial point of stability. They act as a bridge between the traditional financial world and the innovative world of blockchain technology. Section 2. The Pillars of Stability. How do they keep their value? So how does a stablecoin actually maintain its steady value, or its peg? It is not magic, but rather a result of specific financial engineering and design. The core idea is that the stablecoin must be backed by something of value. This backing gives users confidence that their digital coin is worth what it claims to be worth. If you hold a stablecoin pegged to $1, you need to believe that you can, in theory, exchange it back for $1. This trust is the foundation upon which all stablecoins are built, and there are several different methods to achieve it. The most common and straightforward method is fiat backing. For every single stablecoin created and circulating, there is a corresponding real-world asset held in reserve. Most often, that asset is a US dollar in a traditional bank account. The company issuing the stablecoin manages these reserves. They must ensure the bank balance matches or exceeds issued stablecoins. This one-to-one backing gives a clear promise of value. A second approach is crypto backing. These stablecoins are backed by other cryptocurrencies. A user locks up a crypto asset, like Ether, into a smart contract. The smart contract issues the stablecoin. To protect against volatility, these systems are over-collateralized. Section 3. Fiat-backed coins, the traditionalists of the digital world. Fiat-backed stablecoins are the dominant force in the market. They are popular because their mechanism is easy to grasp. When a company like Circle issues its USD coin, USDC, it promises that for every single USDC in existence, it holds $1 or an equivalent short-term, low-risk asset in reserve. This creates a direct link to the traditional financial system. Users can often redeem their stablecoins directly with the issuer for the equivalent amount of cash, much like a digital bank deposit. This redeemability is the key to maintaining the peg and user confidence. The entire system hinges on trust. Users must trust that the issuing company is responsible and truthful. They must believe that the reserves actually exist and are properly managed. To build this trust, reputable issuers often publish regular attestation reports from third-party auditing firms. Those reports provide transparency and verify reserve sufficiency. Without transparency and audits, users would have little reason to believe the company's claims, and the stablecoin would quickly lose value. However, reliance on a central company and traditional banks introduces trade-offs. It brings centralization into the decentralized world of crypto. The issuing company has control over the system. They can freeze accounts or blacklist addresses if required by law enforcement. Crypto-backed stablecoins represent a different philosophy. And they aim to achieve stability without relying on the old-world financial system of banks and fiat currencies. The most prominent example of this model is DAI, which is managed by the MakerDAO decentralized autonomous organization. Instead of being backed by dollars in a bank, DAI is backed by a diverse portfolio of other crypto assets that are locked in smart contracts known as vaults. This approach keeps the entire system on-chain, visible and auditable by anyone at any time, which appeals to those who value decentralization above all else. The mechanism to protect against volatility is called over-collateralization. Because the assets backing the stablecoin, like Ether, are themselves volatile, the system requires users to deposit collateral that is worth significantly more than the amount of DAI they wish to generate. For instance, a user might need to lock up $200 worth of Ether to mint $100 worth of DAI. This extra $100 acts as a safety cushion. If the price of Ether starts to fall, there is a buffer before the value of the collateral drops below the value of the issued debt. The uses for stablecoins have expanded far beyond just helping crypto traders manage volatility. They are becoming a fundamental tool for payments and financial services around the world. One of the most powerful use cases is for cross-border remittances. Imagine a worker in the United States wanting to send money home to her family in the Philippines. Using traditional services like a bank wire or a money transfer company can be slow, taking several days, and expensive, with fees eating up a significant portion of the funds. Stablecoins change this equation completely. Using a stablecoin, that same worker can send a payment that arrives nearly instantly, often in just a few minutes. The fees for conducting the transaction on a blockchain can be a fraction of what traditional services charge. The recipient can then either hold the stablecoin as a digital dollar, convert it to their local currency at a local crypto exchange, or even spend it directly with merchants who accept it. This makes a real tangible difference in the lives of millions of people who rely on remittances, allowing them to keep more of their hard-earned money. Within the crypto world itself, stablecoins are the lifeblood of decentralized finance, or DeFi. DeFi platforms are building an alternative financial system on the blockchain, offering services like lending, borrowing, trading. Stablecoins are the preferred asset for many of these activities. Users can deposit their stablecoins into a lending protocol to earn interest, often at higher rates than a traditional savings account. They can also use stablecoins as collateral to borrow other crypto assets. This entire ecosystem of earning yield and accessing liquidity is built upon the foundation of stable digital assets. For online businesses and creators, stablecoins offer a new way to conduct commerce on a global scale. The payment is settled quickly and in a stable unit of value. Despite their enormous potential, it is crucial to understand that stablecoins are not risk-free. The most significant risk revolves around the reserves. For fiat-backed stablecoins, if the issuing company mismanages its reserves or is not truthful about them, the coin could lose its value in a crisis. This is known as run risk, similar to a bank run. If a large number of users try to redeem their stablecoins for cash all at once, and the issuer cannot meet the demand, confidence can collapse and the peg can break. This has led to calls for much stricter audits and transparency. Regulation is another major factor shaping the future of stablecoins. Governments and financial regulators around the world are paying close attention. They are concerned about consumer protection, financial stability, preventing illicit activities like money laundering. New rules and laws are being developed that will dictate how issuers can operate, what assets they can hold in reserve, and what disclosures they must provide. While this regulation may add costs and constraints, it could also bring greater legitimacy and safety to the market, encouraging wider adoption by more conservative institutions and individuals. The technological risks are also real.